just for a second. Hi, we're from SBS.
Hi.
Can we ask what you're filling in here so busily?
I'm actually doing a course for work.
Yeah?
It's a selling skills course.
Which course?
Selling skills.
Selling
for
skills.
David Jones.
Right. And you have to answer all these questions?
Yes. I have to read a book, and as I'm going along, answer all the questions.
And so are you on a tea break?
Yes. I'm on 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yep.
How much have you spent of that 20 minutes?
15. So I've got another 5 minutes to go.
My name's Andrew. What's yours?
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
Yep.
Jacqueline, how long have you been working here?
David Jones, 5 years.
Yeah, and you're going to make a career of it, obviously.
Yeah, I did. Trying to.
Where do you want to get to?
I used to be a sales supervisor, and then I went overseas for 3 months. So I quit, returned back as a casual. Now I've gone part-time, and I will hopefully in the near future go back into supervising. But at the moment, I'm quite comfortable just coming to work, doing my work, and going home.
And who do you go home to? Do you have someone at home?
My parents, my family.
Right.
Yeah.
You live at home with your...
Live at home. Yep.
What is your ethnic background?
Maltese. Yeah.
Do you have a big family?
Yep. 2 sisters, 1 brother. They're all married with children.
Do you socialise with them?
Yeah, I do quite a bit. Well, like I said, they've all got kids.
Yes. Little kids?
Yeah. My older sister's got 4, and her children are like starting off from 4 to 9 years old. My other sister's got a 2-month-old baby, and my brother's got a 3-year-old son. So like life revolves around them a lot.
Right. Do you do a lot of babysitting?
Yeah. Yeah, and one of my sisters has got a business as well.
Yeah.
So occasionally I'll help out there if I can. But yeah, that's it really.
Did you always get on with your siblings?
Sisters? Yeah. Yeah. Always. I mean, when we were younger, sure you had your fights. But no, we're pretty close family. We're a close-knit family. We stick together. So.
And your parents? You get on with your parents?
Very close.
Were they strict with you?
To a certain extent, but not like I couldn't go out and I didn't have no chaperones when I went out or anything like that. Yeah, they were strict to a certain extent.
Is there anything that you haven't told them about yourself? Or are you pretty...
No, they know everything.
They know everything?
Well, what they need to know anyway.
You're looking after your parents?
Yes, trying to.
Or are they trying to get you married?
No, definitely not. No, been there, done that before, so...
Have you?
Yes.
Didn't work out?
No. So, no, I wouldn't do it again.
Never?
No. At the moment, no. I say no, but you never know.
It was fairly recent then, was it?
3 years ago, I think. So it's been 3 years since I've separated.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was it a Maltese?
No, Italian. Yeah.
But that had nothing to do with it?
Oh, no, definitely not. No.
Just, you discovered you were incompatible just too late?
That's correct. Yep. And it was a bit late once we were married for 3 years. So,
yes. How long after you met did you get married?
7 years after.
That's a long time, goodness.
Yep.
So it was maybe that marriage did something.
I don't know what happened.
But
I don't really care. It's gone and it's finished. Another page is turned over in my life, so.
Do you have anything against men as a result or not?
No, not all men are the same. Had you asked me that 3 years ago, I would have said yes.
Yes?
They're all capital B. But no, not now. I mean, they're not all the same. So.
You've calmed down a bit.
Yeah.
You've got over it.
That's it. Yeah.
But you're serious? But so no relationships?
No.
What happens if, you're in, I don't know if you're ever in a social situation at a party where somebody asks you out?
I'd go, yeah.
You would?
I'd go, yeah.
But always at arm's length?
That's right.
Yeah? If you were in trouble, would you go to your parents first?
I would now, after what happened when I was married, yeah, I would. Yep, definitely.
And they were there for you when you needed them?
Yep, with open arms.
Yeah.
So, I wouldn't have gone back home if I couldn't. So they were pretty good about me going back home. So.
Were they ever against you getting married to?
No. Dad said, entirely up to you. No. No, it was my decision and that was it.
Do you regret having made that decision?
No, because you don't know what's around the corner. You don't know what's in store for you. I mean, everything you do in life is a gamble, and marriage is just one of them, I suppose. I mean, it didn't work this time. Who knows next time, you know?
To have been together for 7 years, there must have been a lot of things that you liked about each other. And that for that 7 years, was it all pretty smooth sailing?
Yeah, it wasn't at the beginning. because I wasn't Italian, his mother, like, didn't approve of that very much. But I mean, that didn't bother him. Like, it was me that he was going out with, not, you know, and I wasn't going out with his mother, so no.
So there were no signs that there was something
No.
not clicking?
No.
And was there any one thing that finally triggered the decision to separate?
Yep. When I caught him playing up. Then that was it.
Only once? You caught
I
him?
caught him once, and how long he was doing it for, I don't know. So.
And that was it as far as you were concerned?
Yep.
Then after that, you had suspicions about men in general. What happened before then?
Like while I was still married?
Yeah.
No, I didn't, because everything seemed so rosy. And like I was just happy being married, going home to my husband and doing my everyday thing. But whereas now, I think twice.
But when you see, what sort of male would appeal to you?
Prince Charming.
Prince Charming.
I don't know if he's still around. Probably an older man.
How much older?
Probably about 5 years.
That's not an old, like I said, it's not an old man.
No, but I mean, you know, 5 to 6 years.
Older than you.
Yeah, somebody that's, you know, experienced life a little bit, done what he wanted to do when he was younger, not get older and wants to be younger type of a thing, you know. A mature man.
Any one thing that's very important? Any one characteristic that's important to you? In a
Love.
man? Love?
And respect.
Loyalty, perhaps?
Loyalty, yeah. Honesty. Not one, I could go on. Yeah, just mainly being loyal and honest is pretty number one.
Apart from that relationship, did you, before you met your ex-husband, did you have any other long-term relationships?
No.
So that was the first
Yeah.
major long-term.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope it's not the last.
We'll see. No, I'm sure it won't be, but I mean, at the moment I'm happy to be on my own.
Can we grab a moment of your time?
Yeah, only moment.
Only a moment. You're in a hurry.
Yeah, I've just got to get back to work, that's all.
Oh, work. Well, work can wait. What do you do? Can we ask?
I'm a paralegal at a law firm.
And what does that mean in sort of layman's terms?
It just means that I sort of do sort of bottom of the food chain legal work that...
what's that?
Well, you know,
I'm
just
curious.
like filing at court and, you know,
Yes.
copying subpoena documents and,
Yeah.
you know, research work, stuff like that.
Right?
Yeah.
And does that then lead you to other higher rungs on the ladder?
Oh, yeah, but you've got to graduate from law school and do things like that. Yeah, I'm studying still, so...
Are you? Why do you want to be a lawyer?
Don't know.
Were your parents, either of your parents?
No, not at all. No,
Law
I
was the course that you...
ended up with. I mean, I'm nearly 30 and I'm only just starting law school now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I started at uni doing languages and European studies and stuff like that. So
You didn't have a clear-cut future mapped out for yourself?
I never have.
No? Are you single?
Yep.
Yeah. So is that also part of that sort of free-floating life? Yeah. So you want to stay single?
Sorry. Well, no, I'm not single. I mean, I'm not married. I live with my partner.
Okay.
My male
so
partner.
You're not an unattached person?
No, definitely not. I've been living with the same person for 3 years, so I'm just not married in the conventional straight sense.
But that's all right. A lot of people are doing that and finding that relationship works very well for them.
Well, I don't have much other choice. I mean, I can't get married.
You can?
Well, I live with a male partner, so
I see.
don't have that option.
You don't have that option. But you could formalise it, I suppose, with some sort of a contract.
Oh,
Never.
not really. No,
Not the same thing, is it?
Not the same thing. No,
Right.
Doesn't really matter in the end. It's what I think, not what anybody else thinks.
How did you meet? Where and how did you meet?
Through friends a few years ago. Yeah, just socially through friends.
Was the decision to live together easy? Did it come fairly quickly?
Wasn't an easy question. I think that's never an easy question. I don't think, but it sort of came fairly soon on. Yeah, but I mean, circumstances led to that happening. So.
Right. It was a natural thing.
Yeah, just happened.
Have you done that before? Have you lived with anyone before?
Never.
So it's special.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And it's working well.
Yeah. Yeah. After 3 years, I hope it is.
Well, you know, not necessarily, of course.
That's true.
Yeah. What sort of lifestyle? How would you describe your lifestyle? You know, your private lifestyle. Comfortable, easy? What sort of things do you do? Apart from work, you must...
Apart from work and go to uni, I think all I do is sit in cafes and drink a lot of coffee.
What about socially and privately with your family? Do you keep in touch with your family?
Yeah, see them all the time.
Do your parents come to your place, your house? Yeah.
Every now and then, maybe once a month, a little bit less frequently.
Do you get on with your partner?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
that helps.
But they consider them another part of the family. Him another part of the family.
That's
anyway.
Nice. It's fairly open and liberal-minded of them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they. I mean, they probably wouldn't like the term liberal because they wouldn't see it as being any different to
Right. And do you know
else.
your partner's parents?
Yeah.
You all get on well?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
No traumas?
Oh, no traumas. I mean, I'm one of the lucky ones, I guess. I mean, we were both very lucky, so we just happened to, have parents that, didn't have major hang-ups.
Yes,
so.
Yeah. And was it something that you told them fairly early on? Did you have to tell them?
Oh yeah, I told them not long after moving to Sydney because, being at uni and working part-time as I was then, when I'd go down and visit them for the weekend or they'd come and visit, they'd ask me, what have you been up to? And I was either at work or at uni because, that sort of, before you come out to your family, you tend to cut out a lot of your life. And if you want to include your family in your life, they've got to know about, what's going on. And, you either have that option to cut them out or to include them. And I included them.
And they reacted well?
Oh, yeah. Not that I didn't expect that. It's a confidence and a courage thing you've got to deal with, really, more than anything else.
What's your name? Yeah, what's your name?
Tom.
Tom?
Yeah.
Tom and?
Phyllis.
Phyllis, coming out of the rain. Let us talk to you for a minute.
Okay, go on.
You're English.
How did you guess?
Just a wild guess.
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you from? What part of England?
Place between Manchester and Liverpool.
How long ago?
Oh, about 42 years ago.
42 years ago.
Been here longer than you.
Yeah, you have actually. And you like it here, obviously?
Of course.
Did you come out together? Were you already married?
Oh, yes, married, yes.
And children?
4 children.
You had 4 children?
We have 4 children here.
But you didn't then?
No, they're all slow down.
We're not that old.
No, you're not.
We're dinky. They're all dinky die.
And you came out, why? Why? Do you remember exactly why?
Well, I'd had a taste of the sunshine in the army in Malaya, and I came out. I thought, well, I'll bring my wife out here. I love the hot weather, and that's the story. We came out here, and a little hard at the beginning, but after a couple of years, it kind of growed on you, and the children came along, and it was no problem after that.
What was the first job you got here?
Well, I came out here originally as a diesel mechanic, but I changed that after a couple of years, 2 or 3 years.
To what?
I finished up with the Australian Wheat Board in the shipping.
Were you working when you came here?
Yes, I was working for a couple of years before we had the children.
Right, what were you doing?
I worked in a cotton mill at Rockley, and then I worked in a factory in the valley where they produced station. Besley and Pike it was.
Yeah, and then when the kids came along, you took a new
since.
job. You've not worked?
No.
I think you have.
The best job in life.
You worked pretty hard, but nobody paid you on Friday.
Oh, that's right.
Or did you?
Well.
And how would you describe the past 40-odd years? Hard, difficult, easy?
Very good.
You're glad you came?
We've been home
this
a few
way.
times. And
We've been home a few times, as she says, but all in all, I had a letter from my son who did a backpacking exercise, and he was in London working there. And he wrote to me, and I'll never forget the PS he put at the bottom. He said, "Dad, thanks for emigrating."
Where you come from, what sort of place was that?
It was initially mining and cotton mills.
Right.
But that went by the board.
Yeah. And when you decided to emigrate, you were already married, so
Yes, about 2 years.
You were both locals to that area?
Yes.
How did you meet?
Lived about 20 minutes.
From the same village.
We met at a dance. I actually looked across the room, and my wife looked at me, and she couldn't stop looking at me after that. It was just like that electric shock going through the...
Can I have your story?
You'll go a long way.
Is there must be a slightly...
We met at a dance hall, yeah.
But it was a dance.
Yes. And we never looked back after that.
Yeah. Did you say yes the first time he asked you to dance?
I can't remember.
You can't remember.
So long
She
ago.
couldn't resist me. It's a story of my life.
It's a good job she can't remember her story. What about the wedding? What was that like?
The wedding was a very small affair. It was in one of those, there was only about 30 people at the wedding, but we've made up for it since then.
Have you?
With all the children and their weddings.
Yeah? They're all married?
All married. We've got 7 grandchildren, and we're having the best time of our life right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, really wonderful.
Enjoying freedom and...
Enjoying freedom and everything, and plus the good things of life.
Yeah. Do you tinker about the house? Are you a handyman?
Very, very. Now I'll alter my wife to tell you all my good attributes now.
Yes, please. Some of his best attributes.
He's very handy, yes. He can fix anything.
Really?
I don't have to get the repairman, he can do it.
Everything from electrical to...
Yes, he can do it.
Yeah?
Plumbing, fix the taps.
He's earning his keep. Well, what about your wife's attributes?
My wife's attributes, have you got about 2 hours? I know, really, truly. She's a wonderful cook, first class. She makes the most beautiful custard tart you could actually imagine. And she has a little reputation for her cakes, the way they rise and they're so light. And she knows exactly what I need, and that's the wonderful thing about it.
So it is true about getting to the heart through the stomach, is it?
Exactly. No question about it, yes.
Ideas like equality for gays and women are part of the secular world where governments rule, not God.
Sei proprio un grosso menestreghista!
Can we take up some of your waiting time with a little conversation? We're from SBS.
Front up.
That's right,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I know you. Hi.
Yeah? Can I ask you, what are you waiting for?
I've got a meeting in quarter of an hour.
Business
So,
meeting?
Yeah.
Can I say, what do you do?
I'm an account manager for a computing company. So, yes, that's sort of sales type role.
In this sort of job where you've got a lot of interaction with people, you need to be kind of reasonably good at people skills and so on. Is it something that you've learned, or were you always naturally good with other people?
Probably, I've always been very talkative.
Have you?
Yeah, and I think that helps.
That does help,
Yeah, you're right. And there are like statistics saying that people in the computing industry are really antisocial and they can't talk. But you know, they're okay. Yeah, I wasn't going to say that. But it's not true.
That's right. So when you like to talk, what sort of things you like to talk about? Anything?
What, to the customers or?
No, generally you were saying you were talkative.
Oh, life, the universe and everything. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
No.
Tell us about life first.
Tell us about life.
We'll get to the universe later.
Yeah, okay.
Your background, a bit about your background.
My background.
Where were you born and things like that?
I was born in Perth actually. Grew up in Adelaide and was there for pretty much all of my life. Went to uni there. Travelled around the world a lot, which has been good.
As a student or on your own? Or?
No, backpacking type, and with my parents as I grew up. Yeah. We travelled a lot and lived in different countries and stuff. In
the time you've been here, have you met any special people, any, men that you like?
I have, but I actually came over with a partner.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and we've been living together for over 8 years.
8 years, it's quite a long time.
It's a huge amount of time, yeah.
For a young person like you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we met, we were friends, and we met when we were at uni and just sort of got together and never separated. So, yeah, so it's going well.
Do you know what's making it work?
I think, we're not married, and I suspect that helps because it doesn't put just sort of the implied thing that, we're going to be together forever. So, we're both still putting in an effort. Yeah. And I also think because we lived originally in a share house together, I don't know, we treat each other equally. There's sort of... Yes. We still split our money, and we still, like when we go to a restaurant, we both put in our shares and stuff like that. And that's good because it keeps it fresh. Yeah. Yeah.
So how do you do the shopping?
And we talk a lot, yeah. How do we do the shopping? Take it in turns. So one fortnight we'll have the food that I like, and the other fortnight we'll have the food that he likes.
And it's different.
Oh yeah, it varies.
Yeah. But who pays for it?
Whoever does the shopping that week.
What does Rob do?
He's a web page designer. He's actually just started up his business in the last 3 or 4 months. Right. Yeah, which is good. Sydney's city of opportunities.
Yeah.
So
And
it's going well.
what about Rob on the private side? The real
private
Rob,
side?
what's he like? Like you or different?
Yeah, no, pretty similar. Pretty similar. What's he like in the private side? He plays in a band, which is really, it's a good band. It's an original band.
What does he play?
He plays keyboards in it. Working from home, he needs sort of a male bonding type thing. So
Yeah. And you have female bonding with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually, in my company, there's quite a lot of females that work there, so that's good. Yeah.
But are you able to talk to him about the same things that you talk about with your female friends?
The same things. Oh, no, you talk different. I mean, you talk differently when you're talking to females than to males. But, we talk a lot. We talk about, like, our philosophies on life and our aims for the future and, things like that.
Do you have arguments?
Yeah, we have arguments.
Over what sort of things?
Over really stupid things, yeah. And there'll be the biggest arguments and they'll be the worst ones to resolve.
Who puts the knife down in the dishwasher the wrong way around?
Just stupid things. I mean, no, but it's usually based on something a bit deeper than that, I guess. And also when one person's not happy, they'll, naturally try to take it out on the other person, so, yeah. But, we don't have a lot of arguments, but we have them often enough. So,
do you like to win the arguments?
Yeah. And so does he. It's terrible. It's really bad.
So it's important to win, not to be right.
That's right. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're right or not. That gets lost early on.
I see. Is there a ritual for making up?
No, because see, someone's got to give in.
Yes.
And see who does it. So it tends to vary. You've got to. And I tend to think he's going to watch this. This is terrible. But see, if I gave in the last time, I won't give in that time.
Oh, I see. Oh, you keep track.
Well, I try. Not always, but if it's there's been an argument regularly. Yeah.
So does romance come into it? I mean, do you ever make up in the bedroom?
The old after argument sex. Yeah, a fair bit.
The old after argument sex.
Yeah, a lot of people. That's just what their relationships are based on, and it's like the best sex. Yeah, a fair bit. Not hugely. That's not why we have arguments. Which I think some people have arguments for that.
This is a big ask. What's the biggest thing in your makeup that you think you need to improve? What's your biggest fault, do you think, that Rob thinks is your biggest fault?
That Rob thinks is my biggest fault, or that I think is my biggest fault?
Well, both.
Okay.
They obviously don't match.
No, I think they do. I tend to be a bit indecisive. And I do need to, knowing what you actually want at every moment. I mean, I guess you shouldn't expect to always know that, because then you'd be pretty rigid, but I do tend to be led along a bit, and I do want to change that.
And what about
and I'm very aware of that, yeah. And so I guess that's as well, he would say that. I'll have to ask him.
Okay, you can ask him. But what about him? What do you think he needs to improve?
He needs to improve. That's hard. I mean, at the moment he's just started a business, so he's changed, like, his whole temperament, everything's changed at the moment. Yeah. I mean, it was a big call. So at the moment, I have to wait and see how. There'll be something. What I suspect it will be him being obsessed with his work, and sort of spending time away from work and not working 12 hours a day and all the rest of it. But I mean, you have to do that when you start a business as well. So
you say he's changed. His temperament has changed.
Yeah.
For the better or for the worse?
Oh, for the better, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, any big change like that, like starting up your own business, is you're going to have to sort of face yourself and sort of have a really good look at yourself and change the way you operate in a lot of ways. So it's sort of a growing time, I guess. Yeah. So it's good. He's treading on dangerous ground, where he's not comfortable, which is, I mean, that's a good thing to do.
All right, final thing I wanted to ask you about whether you ever discussed what you're going to do with your relationship, and do you want to have children?
Have we ever we do discuss it. We were actually going to get married at one point, and we decided against it because it was too much pressure. I want to have children at some point, and Rob does as well.
But it's down the line still.
Yeah, very much down the line. And I don't really want to think about it at the moment. It's interesting. When I was 20, I absolutely hated kids and didn't want anything to do with them. I still don't, want to have one. but I can sort of see myself as my biological clock's going. Like I can see
How old are you
myself
now?
changing. 27.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can feel the biological clock
Yeah,
ticking.
but 35 would fine.
35.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
very
yeah. That's the age, you know. At the moment, you could wait till. So when I was 20, the age was late 20s. Now it's sort of got up a bit. So, which is good.